TV, and shout out to, a few other people. I had to talk about this. I told you it has begun basically now the witch hunt, the unjustified witch hunt of Jaylen Brown. And it's unjustified, but now it's starting to make sense. Jaylen Brown, he did call out Nike. He called them out on basically releasing Kyrie Irving, saying, since when did Nike have a moral compass? And then, Jaylen Brown said that he wanted to bring back Black Wall Street. Then it started when Stephen A. Smith just out of nowhere just said, oh, he didn't heard things about Jaylen Brown, basically putting that bug out and putting that battery pack in certain people's back. That's just gonna come out of nowhere, because you know how you just had the bandwagon people that'll just jump on the bandwagon. Oh, I don't like Jaylen Brown, and then they can't even explain to you why they don't like Jaylen Brown. Oh, it's just how he acts. How does Jaylen Brown act? And what he said, what does he say? Jaylen Brown hardly ever does any type of interviews, but it always comes down to this thing: they fear a black guy, and it just goes to show you that they like things the way they, where they're in control of the masses, where they're in control of the resources, they're in control of how everything works. They constantly tell us to stop asking for handouts. They owe us nothing, get our own stuff. But then when we put that in motion to basically, you know, get things on our own and better things for our people, then all of a sudden everybody starts to panic. And then everybody starts to say, well, it's not fair that blacks exclusively help blacks. But then it's okay for Asians to look out for other Asians. It's okay for Hispanics to look out for other Hispanics. It's okay for other ethnic groups to look out for their group. But then when it comes to black people protecting and helping out other blacks, then everybody starts to freak out. And then they want to have these ridiculous, like conversations about, well, is that fear or this is reverse racism? But they never try to put that label on anybody else. And this is what pisses me off. I get so tired of this shaming. And like all of a sudden, everybody is coming after Jaylen Brown. And to hear Grant Hill just sit up there and just flat, and I would just say it what everybody else is afraid to say about Grant Hill. The nigga was lying, man, about why Jaylen Brown was left off the Olympic team. Oh, we had too many forwards and this and that. And Jaylen Brown is more of a 2 and a 3 than a 4. Okay. Since when it had been a problem with swingman? Since when it had been a problem with dudes that can play multiple positions playing on the Olympic team? And I don't even think Nike has so much to do with this. It's more about the NBA and them basically making phone calls because they're mad at Jaylen Brown for some reason. It just goes to show you fame and fortune and celebrity come with a price. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They sit up there, Miss D, and complain, oh, you guys always want a handout. Oh, we don't owe you nothing. We don't owe you reparations. Get your own stuff. Well, even post-slavery, we tried to get our own stuff. And they had a problem with that. And they went in there and destroyed it. There were more than Black Wall Street and Rosewood incidents. There, man. And then they lied about the 40 acres and the mule. Even though some people were given land, they stole it from them. They found a way to take it right back from them. So this is what I don't understand. You can't win for losing. We say, well, you owe us money for slavery and oppression, and I mean, mass incarceration, flooding our community with drugs and guns. Oh, well, no, we don't. We don't owe you nothing. You need to get your own stuff. Okay, well, we'll get our own stuff. All right, we'll start our own businesses. We'll start our own, our own sectors, just to help and better black people. Oh my God. You see what they're doing? You see what, like, I tell you, we live rent free in their head. And to see Grant Hill give that disingenuous, lying ass interview with Dan Patrick, and I'm glad Dan Patrick was grilling him. I give Dan Patrick credit. He pulls no punches because he will grill anybody because he used to grill David Stern. And that's kind of why Dan Patrick fell out of favor with a lot of people when he was working for ESPN, because they don't like people like him neither. But these attacks on Jaylen Brown is just crazy. Now they're calling him a conspiracy theorist. See, they're trying to put that same label on him that they put on Kyrie Irving because he's quote unquote a little too smart. So now all of a sudden they're trying to say the dude is unlikable, unapproachable. And the same, just like they just made a hoopla about what he said about LeBron James' son. It was just an honest assessment, and then all hell broke loose. Like, damn, I'm just gonna be honest with you, and I just gotta say this. Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna say this, and this is just the honest to God truth. This new generation of black men, these niggas is just too fucking sensitive. They're too sensitive. They're too emotional. Like, damn, did these dudes not have a father in their life? Did they not have uncles? And I'm not attacking black women, but this is what happens when you are raised around too many women. You have women tendencies. These is women tendencies where somebody get mad because somebody gave an honest critique saying, I don't think he's NBA ready. Oh, you can't say that about my son. And like, these dudes are just too damn emotional. And then they defend the wrong thing. These Negroes will defend everybody except other black people. They will defend Ryan Garcia. They will defend for real. They will defend the JJ Redick. They will defend for real. They'll defend what happened to Sonia Massey, some of them. But when it comes time to stand strong, stand tall, and this is why a lot of times our women don't respect us, because we don't stand tall and we don't stand strong. And as much as I complain about how black women disrespect and mistreat black men, well, sometimes we are the culprits. We are the perpetrators because we don't stand firm. Like, damn, you can't have a difference of opinion? But I knew when they found out that this dude was visiting for real, MAT and all that stuff, and having these speeches, and then he's a Cal Berkeley graduate, one of the most prestigious schools in the country. They just freak out. Like, which one is it? Do you want us to get our own, or are you gonna give us the reparations you owe us? You can't have it both ways. You can't sit up here and complain about us complaining, but then when we try to get our own stuff, you got a problem with that. We don't need an overseer. We've proven that we don't need y'all. We've never needed y'all. We can function without y'all. Y'all the ones that can't function without us. It's always been that way. Listen, man, I've never liked Steve Kerr. I've said this for years about that dude. He a goofy ass liberal. And you know what liberals are, lightweight. Well, I'm not going to say lightweight. Most liberals are what you call a polite racist. And then getting back to Grant Hill, to just see him flat out lying about why they left it. Come on, man. And then trying to patronize us by, saying that he got left off the team because people think he a conspiracy. Whenever you are, that's where that label come from. Too smart. What the fuck does too smart mean? I've never heard it. And they only refer to black people for being too smart. They said that about Shirley Chisholm. They said that, and then, they never said guys like Einstein was too smart. But then they make it look like being smart is a terrible thing. And it goes back to this stigma they have on us. Where, blackness is defined by growing up in the roughest neighborhoods and all that kind of stuff. You a sellout if you try to better yourself and educate yourself. That's the stigma that they put on us. No other race does that except black people, where we call each other sellouts if we try to better ourselves, get better education. Like, oh boy. But just to see What's going on with Jaylen Brown? It's just mind-boggling to see that this man is just being attacked and people coming after him because he gave an honest assessment about LeBron James' son, and then everybody turned it into, oh my God, and LeBron James ain't who he say he is too. LeBron James got a lot of bitch tendencies, and he's starting to show it. LeBron James ain't who he pretended to be. He a fake activist. He a fake pro-black nigga. He a emotional bitch boy, and that's what he act like. And so is his fans too. Like, dude, you have held the league hostage for the last 5 years, bro. You broke Kareem's record. You scored 40,000 points. You got records in all likelihood will not be touched. Nobody's gonna play in all likelihood 20 years. But you make it about yourself because you want to play on the same team and play on the court with your son. When you basically put the Lakers in a position to where they can't get better and compete for a championship because you make everything all about you. And we all know what you had to do to get the Lakers to draft to draft your son. We it's a reason why Jenny Buss came out of that tunnel and put her head on your shoulders. But I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. I'm gonna keep that to myself. Use your imagination. You figure it out. You know what I'm trying to say. Ain't nobody stupid. We ain't nobody stupid, LeBron. We know what's up. But I'm not gonna put that out there. But I mean, come on, man. We know what's up. You had the horse smoking a cigarette after it was all said and done. We know what time it is, my nigga. We know what's up, LeBron. We know what you did to get the Lakers to draft your son. Come on, man. We not stupid. Yeah, I said it. I said it. I said it. At the end of the day, I give your wife Savannah all the credit in the world because she understand the assignment. She know what time it is. I give her all the credit in the world. That's just real talk. We know exactly what's going on. So, just like listening to Grant Hill, I just got really irritated. I was like, why do these dudes just sit up here and be lying and be trying to insult people's intelligence? Like, bro, and when you tried to explain why he was left off the Olympic team, come on, man, that was the finals MVP. Even with you, but you had Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is the character from Unbreakable that Samuel L. Jackson played. I mean, if Kawhi Leonard opened the door wrong, a bone in his body break. I mean, if this dude, I mean, he probably the only dude that can hurt himself like opening up a Nike box or something. So Kawhi Leonard, he's not, he has to leave. The obvious choice is to bring in Jaylen Brown. But because Jaylen Brown is outspoken, he has a mind of his own, and he defended Kyrie Irving. Now it's starting to make sense. Oh, we're going to go after him. And what we need to start doing is putting pressure on the league on Adam Silver. At the end of the day, Adam Silver, it's something I want to say so bad about Adam Silver, but I know if I say it, I'm going to put my channel at risk. But at the end of the day, we already know what Adam Sandler is. I mean, excuse me, Adam Silver is. Well, Adam Sandler is just like Adam Silver, and you know what I mean by that. So, we know what's going on. We know what's going on. Like it's amazing, how Adam Silver seems to have selected smoke. He wasn't outraged by what happened with Josh Giddey sitting up there and talked about, well, what can I do? What can I do? You know what you could do. You could have suspended him. You suspended people for lesser reason. Why was Kyrie Irving suspended? Kyrie Irving was suspended for saying he gonna watch a damn movie, but we all know what it was all about. It was about one, he didn't want to take that potion. That's what it all came down to. And took the potion, whatever the case may be. I'm not knocking you if you did. I'm not if you didn't. I said at the same time, you should have had a choice. It should have been your choice. not anybody else's. And at the end of the day, when they were pushing out the potion, a lot of I noticed a lot of certain businesses went up, and to a certain degree, it was a money grab. But we'll leave that alone for another day. We'll leave that alone for another day. That's just real talk. I've been doing this for a while. Grant Hill is a couple of years older than me. But like I said, I just got really annoyed sitting up there watching him just flat out lie and then he tries to diss Jaylen Brown. Now, and then the thing is, they put you in a position. It's okay for people to say something about you, but then when you defend it yourself, they make you out to be the bad guy, depending on who you are. Now, all of a sudden, Jaylen Brown has to constantly find himself defending himself. And then people turn around and try to vilify Jaylen Brown, but they always have done this with black men. Black men, like I said, we are the only ones that's not allowed to defend ourselves. Everybody can say something about us, but we can't say nothing back. Well, I'm the exception because people found out the hard way. You're not going to come on my channel. You're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to disrespect the people that follow me. I got smoke for everybody. Just like when those racist ass Mexicans used to come on my channel saying racist stuff about black boxers. Well, when I started hitting them, you know what I'm saying, return to fire. When I started hitting them back with the counters, then all of a sudden, then they want to play the victim. Hey man, you shouldn't be saying that. Oh, you're a racist. Well, you said racist stuff about black fighters and black people. But that's what they do. The real people that always play the victim card is white people and non-blacks. The stuff that black people have to put up with on a regular basis, it's amazing that we have. I'm just gonna be honest. It's amazing that black people haven't went to war with everybody. Everybody got something to say about us. Everybody, but then at the same time, they emulate us, copy us, and make money off us and profit off of us. That's the damn problem. Why is everybody getting rich off us? And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna say this again. Once again, I just gotta say this. Hip hop was created by American blacks, not no fucking Hispanics. Y'all didn't. I'm gonna say this again. Y'all didn't create jack shit. So, you know. So, with that being said, let me tell you why I got so irritated. I was just listening to Grant Hill when he was trying to rationalize why it didn't make any kind of sense. And I know most of y'all follow basketball. Y'all know how basketball works because a lot of y'all are basketball fans. But just to hear him say, "Oh, well, we had too many power," but Jaylen Brown don't even really play power forward. Jaylen Brown played 3 and the 2, and like he don't even really play the 4 because that's what they have Jason Tatum for. Every once in a while they'll switch him out and he'll play some 4, but he mostly plays the 2 and the 3. So when I heard him say, "Oh, well, we had too many," dude, stop it. You left him off the Olympic team because people called, and now he's starting to develop this reputation. Oh, he's outspoken. He ain't even outspoken. He don't even really. He move in silence. And like I said, once again, people freak out about that. I wish he wouldn't have said he want to bring back Black Wall Street. Because at the end of the day, they don't want black people to have no generational wealth. They don't want us to have no wealth whatsoever. They will let a few people in and try to say, look. Yeah, they'll try to use guys that's, athletes as success stories, but we all know everybody can't play in the NFL. Everybody can't play Major League Baseball. Everybody cannot box. Everybody cannot play basketball. We're talking about what if you can't do those things? What if you can't sing? What if you can't act? Then what? And that's why I laugh when I hear goofy ass niggas. Well, I don't even know if he really a nigga. Dudes like Myron Gaines who constantly sit up here and attack black people, but then when people accuse him of having being, so-called black white supremacist. Then he tried to say that he's black. I think the dude is Arab. I don't even think that bitch dude is black. Then you have the Candace Owens of the world. Then you have that other coon ass nigga that used to be a police officer that's married to a white woman. I should have known. I should have known that why that dude was the house nigga that he was. But nevertheless, no problem, no problem. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Well, here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. Even when it's obvious, he will go another direction just to go another direction. Even when it's obvious something is going on, you look and see what's going on with Sonia Massey, which I'm gonna talk about that later on. That's a travesty. It's a tragedy what happened to her. There is no reason to justify what happened to that lady. That lady was a mother. I mean, and then come to find out that one of her family members back in March got deleted. But then you got those people that sit up there and try to justify and rationalize what happened with her. She didn't deserve that. That dude, and then you got them dudes trying to justify that Tommy Sotomayor. Man, them dudes are clowns. You don't think I know what these? I told you this is what these dudes do. They go the opposite direction. They cater, and they cater to racism. They cater to white supremacists. They cater to coonery because they know there's more racists out there that want to hear black people excuse white people from their heinous acts towards us, and how they physically and mentally, desecrated our communities, desecrated black people, destroyed us mentally, physically. They had a 400 to 500 year head start. So he purposely goes another direction, even when it's proof. Like I said, look how all these Negroes defended Ryan Garcia. What does that tell you? Yeah, I know about that cornball. That's who I'm referring to. You even got police coming forward saying, "Nah, we wasn't trained to do this." I talked to a couple of officers today that heard about this. They was just like, "We can't keep doing this stuff. We can't keep lying, and we can't keep like trying to cover up for these dudes because at the same time, one of the officers say this is why people don't like law enforcement. And at the same time, if you keep protecting these dudes and giving them a pass, then you putting the target on us. Then you're gonna make people lash out at us, the innocent cops that's like really out there doing their job. So, it is what it is, man. Well, they need to dig deep into that. They need to dig deep into that because the dude, as soon as he didn't know that camera was on. I mean, the dude came to the house being aggressive. And I'm gonna tell you something. This is just real talk. Um, oh, appreciate it. Oh, good, man. Good, man. Well, first of all, I want y'all to remember something. If the police come to your house, you don't have to show them ID. They came to your house. When they say, "Can I see your ID?" I don't have to show you ID. I called you. So this dude already came there with an attitude. And then they said he had some questionable tattoos. Like at the end of the day, they need to really do research. This dude had this dude had a very questionable, shaky past. Listen, I don't, guys like that, they're useless. They pander to a certain audience because they listen. All them dudes like Tommy Sotomayor, the Cynthia G's of the world, that other girl, that other girl, I forgot what her name is, whose husband is a cornball. You know, I'm glad that China Fox distanced herself from them because I thought China Fox was too smart to be affiliated with cronies. Like, I'm gonna try to get China Fox on here. I'm gonna reach out to her because she follows my channel and I'll follow her channel. I'm gonna try to get China Fox on here one day. So China, hit me up on Instagram if you want to come on here because I know you listen to my channel. I listen to your channel as well. So China Fox, let's collaborate. So hit me up. It's all good. So, but yeah, yeah, her, yeah, her, yeah, her, and those type of people. It was like what Ice Cube said on "Be True to the Game" about switching up your style. At first, I guess the conscious pro-black stuff didn't work for Cynthia G. So then all of a sudden she started doing the black man bashing, and then all of a sudden it kind of became like a phenomenon, which I think that's disturbing when you have a panel of black women, bashing black men. Kind of weird, but you know, I don't have. I came out of a black woman birthed me. Just like I hold black men accountable, I hold black women accountable. The problem is black men, some of them can take criticism, but black women can't. A lot of times they can dish it out, but they can't take it. And then when you respond to them, then they try to label you as these ridiculous terminologies, sassy and all this kind of stuff. But that don't work on me. Yeah, 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 they will. Yeah, they will. Lemon pepper. You damn right about that. But that's why I keep trying to tell y'all it's hard. Like, it's kind of hard, man, to be in show business because that's the problem. We can't get away from them. And then they won't let us get away from them. Because one, they own the movie theaters. So if we put out films, they can decide whether they're going to run our movies or not. This is what I'm saying. We have to have a whole system in place. We have to have movie theaters. We have to have the studios. Um, we have to have the networks. But the problem is they control it. And then even when we try to, even though when we tried to get our own stuff, they still want to control the type of content that's put out. Look what they doing with Tyler Perry. And Tyler Perry, oh my God, that dude is so pathetic. Tyler Perry is just to the point to where he's pathetic. He's pathetic, predictable, stagnant. I mean, he's everything what's wrong with the community. At the end of the day, you would think Tyler Perry is a white man the way this man demonizes black men on his films. I mean, enough is enough. You watch a Tyler Perry movie, you already know what it is. Bad black man mistreats bad black woman. Black woman ends up with a broke ass black man at the end. But he's a good dude though. That the end. That's a Tyler Perry movie. That's Tyler Perry. That's his movies. So, oh, you talking about the one with Corey Hart? What's his name? Corey Hardick. The who was married to one of the Mari sisters who just woke up one day and decided to break up their family. Now all of a sudden she regretted because he's doing good. And shout out to him, shout out to him, man, because he from Chicago. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to that brother. He from Chicago. I got a lot of people in Chicago. Yeah, well, yeah, Corey Hardick. And he doing better since he got away from her. Now all of a sudden she regret breaking up. She woke up in the morning and just decided she didn't want to be married no more. Now he's excelling. He's dating all different type of women. Now all of a sudden she's sitting up here talking about she didn't hit the wall. But hey, you woke up in the morning. You woke up in the morning and decided you wanted to break up your marriage because you wanted to live free. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the movie that the dude is talking about, Divorce in Black. Yeah, and he never said nothing bad about her neither. Well, that's sometimes the best response is no response at all. He just walked away, and at the end of the day, you got to see who was the problem, and it was her. Yeah, she graduated. She graduated. But now she's sitting up here saying that she didn't hit the wall. It's hard to date people and all this kind of stuff. Well, like I said, you broke up your marriage. And I want to say something else too. I want to say shout out to Simone Biles for basically staying strong, staying solid, even though people tried to break up her and her husband, Jonathan Owens, who's playing for the Chicago Bears. You had black women actually rooting against that marriage. But these are the same black women that complain and say, how come black men don't want to be with them? But then all because he just said, and he was being sarcastic when he said, hey, I'm the catch and all this stuff. And black women just freaked out and saying she needs to leave. He just tweeted, the man, what he tweeted is, and she is killing it in the Olympics. He tweeted one word, flawless. That's what you do. Yeah, Corey is from, I know Corey from Chicago. Yeah, I know he from Chi-Town. And she stayed on cold. She said she couldn't believe black women was telling her she said, that's the sweetest man I know. Say that man worship the ground I walk on. She know the assignment, and she wasn't finna let no dizzy Lizzies like ruin her marriage. So shout out to Simone Biles, man, for real. Appreciate that sister. She got my support, and so do her husband. Want to break up a black marriage over something so trivial. Yeah, she was checking. Yeah, she was checking people. That's what she's supposed to do. That's what you supposed to do. I don't know what. Listen, I'm gonna say this about Corey Holcomb. I fell back on Corey Holcomb a little bit because Corey Holcomb is starting to strike me as a dude. He can dish it out, but he can't take it. Corey Holcomb attacks everybody. He clowns everybody, but then as soon as you respond back, you know he gets a little emotional, and I don't like niggas like that. I think he's a brilliant comedian, but I've just seen this pattern with him. You know, the way he handled the Avery Spears, Zoe Williams situation, the way he handled that, and then he got mad at Zoe Williams when the person he should have got mad at was Avery Spears, who came on his show drunk and high and was sitting up there ridiculing that man for 2 hours, and he didn't do a damn thing about it. He should have kicked Avery Spears off the show, and then when Avery Spears got his ass whooped, then he get mad at Zoe Williams, and then Avery Spears sues Corey Holcomb and all that kind of stuff. But the person that he should have been mad at is once again Avery Spears. But Avery Spears was pointing his finger. That man was pointing his finger, and the man, he lucky that Zoe Williams put up with that. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, putting your fingers in my face, not smart. That's an instant. You know what I'm saying? That's the green light to defend yourself, because that can be considered a threat. So there you have. But I don't know what's going on with the particulars, but Corey Holcomb got to ask himself, this dude that got into it with quite a bit of people. You have to ask yourself after a while, when you keep getting into it with people, you have to ask yourself, well, damn, is it me or is it them? You know, RIP to Shannon Darney from Beverly Hills 91210, but she had a long history of not being able to get along with people. And that's what seems to happen with Corey Holcomb. You have to ask yourself, damn, dude, you fall out with everybody, dude. Why do you seem to always fall out with everybody? And don't get me wrong, Corey Holcomb say some good stuff, but he just come across sometimes as a dude, he can dish it out, but he can't take it. A lot of people is like that. You know, you got to be like me. When somebody clap at you, just clap back and leave it at that. You know, but I'm one of these people, I don't really just go after people. I'm not, you know, one of them dudes that just clout chase, it just randomly attack somebody for no reason. But you have to ask yourself, Corey Holcomb got a long list of getting into it with people. So I don't know. Y'all got to be the judge of that. But I don't follow Corey Holcomb like I used to. I used to watch the 5150 show religiously, but when I started to just see some things going on that I didn't like, you know, I didn't like how he handled the Shannon Sharp situation. I felt like then he switched up, you know, on the Will Smith situation. So, you know, just a lot of different things. And then I just kept seeing him constantly getting into it with comedians and saying that Will Smith was sensitive, but then when somebody say something about him, he go on a 30-minute tirade about somebody. So I mean, you can't have it both ways. So he just come across as a guy dish it out, but he can't take it. But a lot of people have that mentality. So, you know, but you know, in closing, I just want to say in closing, you guys, I'm really disappointed in Grant Hill. But then again, Grant Hill came from one of them uppity families. But I was just mad because Grant Hill was lying. And then at the end of the day, he tried to take a shot at Jaylen Brown, calling him a conspiracist. And like I said, so now Jaylen Brown has an unwarranted target on his back. So like I said, so now every time something happens with Jaylen Brown, they're gonna be doing these long segments, and people like everybody, they're just gonna start say, "Oh, Jaylen Brown is." I'm telling you what's gonna happen. Anytime something happens with Jaylen Brown, if he gets into it with somebody on the court, they're gonna automatically blame it on Jaylen Brown. They're just gonna start putting these labels and attacks on Jaylen Brown for no reason. And it started with that house nigga Stephen A. Smith. And Jaylen Brown was like, "Well, who's your source? Like, where are you getting this information from?" Like I said, when you say there's just certain things you can't, there's certain things you just shouldn't say. You shouldn't say stuff like that. There's just certain things you can't say. You need to keep to yourself. You need to move in silence because, like it or not, them people freak out. They freak out about certain stuff. They really do. They freak out. They don't. They fear empowerment. They don't want the gap to you know, to get closer. They don't want us to start closing in on the wealth gap. They like things the way they are, where we are dependent on them, where we have to come to them for the resources. But if we start having our own resources, we won't need them. And guess what? When we don't need them, they have no control. They have no power. And they don't want to give up their power. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's 30 million of us, and then you know what I'm saying. They got less than a million that control the resources because they still have the power. That's how you have a dictatorship. That's how you have an emperorship. Because you know what group of people can listen. Getting back to what I was saying about Hollywood, y'all know who control Hollywood. Y'all know what group is two groups of people that control Hollywood: the Skittles community and then them other people. Them other people, and you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, well, I'm trying. I'm blatant with mines. Have to be sometimes. You just have to be. I sometimes I just like to be transparent. I just like to get straight to the point. Y'all already know what's going on. It don't take a genius to see what's going on, been going on, what they want to continue to go on. They don't want us to have what they have. We have to move in silence. I like I said, I appreciate Jaylen Brown saying he want to bring back Black Wall Street, but you just can't say that kind of stuff out loud. You just can't. You just can't say that kind of stuff out loud, but it just goes to show you their fragile mind state. They're not intellectually superior. It's more like inferior. There's a difference between superior and inferior. They are inferior, always have been, always will be. Yeah, that was a crucial mistake he made. He shouldn't have said that, and now he's paying for it. But we all know that people are not going to defend him. It's going to be people like me and people like Ticket TB that's really out there that know what's going on. When I started doing more research, I was like, why are people attack? Oh, appreciate the super chat. And I was just like, why is everybody coming after Jaylen Brown? And then I started to do more research, and I was like, oh man, so that's what it was. Yeah, when you say stuff like that, when you say you gonna put, and that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm trying to say. You keep telling us to get our own stuff. Well, then when we get our own stuff, why do you have a problem with it? Like I said, you can't have it both ways. You can't tell us, that you owe us nothing. You owe us nothing, which that's a lie. But then when we try to get our own stuff, you mad about that. It's really that simple. This isn't no complex conversation. This isn't something where you have to have this long thought out. Have a long speech and break it down in segments and all. It's as simple as cutting a pie. As simple as cutting a slice of sakatumi cake. They're the problem. They freak out about us having what they have. That's all it come down to. Nothing but fear. Nothing's complex about this. Nothing is complex about this. And I don't know why everybody think this is complicated. It's obvious. How can something that's obvious be complicated when we see what's going on? It's right before our eyes. You don't have to have no 5-minute segment breaking down what's going on like these other people. Listen, cut to the chase. Cut to the chase. I'm glad they got people like Dr. Boyce Watkins, who's a little bit more articulate with, his words and how he break things down. But you need guys like me who get straight to the point. You need both of us. You need both of us to break it down. And that's all it come down to. This is nothing but fear. Nothing but freaking fear. Oh yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah. I mess with dude. I mess with dude. He cool. Well, I practice what I preach. I'm not gonna sit up here and say don't support black businesses and I don't support black businesses. I'm not like, I'm not like certain people. And by the way, Oakland's own have a website. So um Oakland's own 1852.com. So yes, he does shipping and receiving. He got that gear. So I'll add my boy. Well, I mean, to each his own. I mean, everybody ain't listen. Just like everybody is not a fan of Tyreek Nasheed, people are not a fan of me. People are not a fan of Dr. Boyce Watkins. People are not a fan of Dr. Umar Johnson. But at the end of the day, their intentions are, and some people are not fans of O'Shea Duke Jackson. I happen to listen to all of those dudes. They all say something that I can learn from. So they all say, you know, we're never gonna listen. We're never gonna always be in 100% agreement of what should be done and how it should be done, as long as it gets done. Everybody's methods are different, but as long as their intentions are good, that's all that should matter. You know, like I support Tariq Nasheed. I saw microphone check, brilliant piece of work. But at the same time, I don't think he should be doing interviews with dudes like DJ Vlad. That's my personal opinion. Now, if you want to talk to the art of dialogue, fine. That's my thing. Same thing with Dr. Boyce Watkins. I like some of the stuff Dr. Boyce Watkins says, but at the same time, I feel sometimes he caters too much to I feel like he puts his cape on too much for women. And and sometimes he goes too hard on the brothers. But the problem is with Dr. Boyce Watkins, you have these allegations against him by several different women that used to have affiliation with him. But at the end of the day, he says some good stuff that I can learn from. Same thing with Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't agree with everything he says. I feel like I feel sometimes he doesn't hold women accountable enough. And I understand what he says about black people need to be together, black men and black women. Okay, fine. But then there's some things that he says that I don't like about him. Just like this thing about the school, people waiting for this damn school to be built, and this man then collected millions of dollars, but yet there's no school. Tyreek Nasheed collected $2 million that he needed. He got the the hidden facts black museum. He got it built. He got it done. Okay, cool. So, but then you're gonna always have your detractors, just like people will say, "Oh, well, why is Tyreek Nasheed charging people $30 to watch microphone check?" Well, here's the thing: do you have a problem like paying $20 to see Wolverine and Deadpool, and then spend an additional $40 on popcorn and condiments and all that kind of stuff? Food. So why are you complaining about that? It's a event. You don't have no problem paying whatever. You don't have no problem paying them agents like 30, 40, $50 to get your nails done. So why are you complaining about that? Okay. You don't have no problem, paying, $100 to eat at a seafood restaurant. You don't have no problem paying $150 per person to eat at a steakhouse. So why are you tripping off $30? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, DJ Blad is a Fed, and another thing he ain't from no damn Oakland. He can't even name one. He can't even name one place in Oakland. Because if you from Oakland, you know where something is in Oakland. Yeah, I didn't like that neither. I had an issue with that, but I'm not gonna cast him off. I'm not gonna cancel him. I was mad. I was disappointed when I found out that Bill went on DJ Blad, because I said, Bill, why you went on DJ Blad? You know that dude worked with them boys. Well, they were supposed to, but I'm not like I said, I'm not gonna cancel somebody because, or cast them off because they do. Like I said, I was disappointed, and I told Bill, I was like, Bill, you shouldn't have went on DJ Blad. Like, I know why he went on there, but at the end of the day, Bill is older than me. I wouldn't have did it. I don't believe in talking to dudes like Adam 22 and Adam 22 and DJ Blab, because at the end of the day, they're culture vultures. And then at the same time, they capitalize on getting black people to, basically incriminate themselves or incriminate other people. Why you think why you think that district attorney WAC 100 always be on the, like, for a dude that's supposed to be such a street dude and always talking about he put something on Paru. It's amazing how this dude seemed to have everybody's paperwork, which he be fronting a lot. You can't have people's paperwork unless you work unless you have affiliation with the boys. So, I just wanted to put that out there though about, district attorney, WAC 100. Oh, well, that's who he is. Oh, and he known for, like, and that's another thing. He known for trying to snitch your videos down too. Oh yeah, I know who. Well, I know who. I know who both of them dudes is. I know who Carcino is. I didn't. I know who Carcino is, and I know who Angry Man is. So I know I'll follow both of them. I'm not. Man, that dude ain't from Oakland. That dude, I think he went to Cal Berkeley, but that don't mean that you from Oakland though, because he don't know where nothing is in Oakland. He don't know where Ben's Burgers is. He don't know where Durant Square is. He don't know where Foothill Square is. He doesn't know, like, for real. He don't know the difference between West Oakland and East Oakland. He don't know where none of the spots is. He don't know where Dogtown is. He don't know where Funktown is. He don't know Frogtown. He don't know none of Lower Bottoms, Seminary, MacArthur 90th, 9800, Bancroft, 72nd, Rugsdale. He don't know where none of them places is. So, I I haven't, I wouldn't say exactly that's what he be doing. He kind of respond to some of the ridiculous stuff that some of the black women say on there. Cause I'm just gonna be honest with you, some of these black women deserve to get cooked. Cause some of them just say the most absurd and asinine stuff that you could ever think of. They You just be like, I know this person didn't just sit up here and record that and post that. Like, it is what it is. Nah, he don't probably know where the Eastmont Mall is. He probably don't know where none of that stuff is. He probably don't know where Las Palmas, the burrito spot over there on Seminary and MacArthur. He don't know where none of that stuff is. He probably don't know where Everett and Jones is. So don't know where Marriage Bakery is. Just saying, dude is a fraud. Oh, Memphis? Yeah, probably so. That ain't that where nah, I ain't even gonna bring him up. What's up? I ain't even go breed dude. Well, I don't watch him like that. I'll be watching his little shorts. I mean, I'm not subscribed to his channel. I like his response to his shorts though. His shorts be funny though. One day, I hope that's cool. One day I hope I can meet with Ryan Coogler because I definitely want to talk to him about making a movie about what happened with um about Soul Beat, about Chuck Johnson, because I think that would be dope. I think Ryan Coogler is the man for the job. And in case you guys don't know, Soul Beat was like it was like I don't want to disrespect Chuck Johnson, rest in peace. It was kind of like a lower tier version of BET. And it was local. You only could get it in Oakland, Oakland, Berkeley, and maybe in some parts of Richmond. But you know, um, he did the best that he could. He tried to hold on to that for dear life, but he ended up losing it because of you know when all these different cable companies started to merge and get bought out. He got caught up in it, and he just wasn't able to you know uh, keep his deal with the service providers, and he ended up losing it. But hopefully, yeah. Oh, oh, Linnell when Linnell spent, Linnell. Shout out to Linnell. I remember when Linnell was in when she was in. That's what I'll be trying to say. A lot of these famous people that end up blowing up, they have some kind of ties to where they had some kind of stint in Oakland where they had to come here because Oakland is just so rich in culture. It's just different. It just hit different than anywhere else. It's just different. No disrespect to any other city, but Oakland is just different. We different. We different from San Francisco. We different from we just different. We just stand out. We just different. But all right, you guys, my phone is at 15%. Appreciate you guys. Got to charge up. I'll be back.